There we go. That's being recorded. We've got the text coming in quite nicely. And yes, okay. So we got all this buttoned up. Last plea from here, your moderator, please don't say anything stupid or anything you don't want your grandmother to hear, because sure enough, if it goes on the internet, as private as something may be, there is no true privacy anymore. I want to know from you guys, um, talk to me briefly about your competition. And I'm going to open this up to everyone before I pick on Greg and Victor and yeah, we'll stick with and maybe Hedeka. Before I pick on you three, and I will, I just want to know, who a big competitor is in your farm area. Greg, do you want to give that a shot? If you don't want to use their name, you could just describe them.
Um, in my farm area, I'm thinking about this. So I've got several competitors, but when I hear you say the word competitor, I think somebody who's going to score as high as I'm scoring, and I really don't have a competitor.
So you're the apex predator. No one can beat you.
I'm I'm the apex in my farm.
Okay.
Um, in my geography, no, there's definitely some bigger names, but no, I really can't think of anybody in my farm area that I would call a true competitor.
Okay. Well, while you're at it, before I pick on Victor here, think through about who a big competitor is that you like. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take some of their materials and what they're putting out to promote themselves. We're going to put that into a couple of different AIs. We're going to ask the AI to analyze some of that and then to be able to hopefully uh, spell out some of the characteristics that you may be able to adopt or not. We're going to find out. This is like a big thing. Victor, can I pick on you for a second?
But you can always pick on me.
Victor, I'm going to be in LA next week. You want to have lunch on
Oh,
Friday?
cool. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And I'll throw that out to Kenny too, and any one of the Californians. I'm going to be there on Thursday night, so I just want to let you know about that.
Cool.
I'm going to be staying in Santa Monica.
Well, Santa Monica didn't burn with the Palisades, so you still have a place to stay.
Well, the hotel's open, so they haven't kicked me out yet. So that's that. Okay, so Victor, talk to me, and again, if you don't want to name them, I understand. Talk to me about a competitor of yours in the area there and
Well,
describe them to me for
it's
a moment.
part of the thing, challenge for me is because I don't really have a specific geographic farm where I am now, because when we moved up to Pasadena from Newport Beach, in Newport Beach, I was more geographic. Up here, I don't really have it as much because that's when I started focusing a little more heavily on trust and probate. So, uh, and there's a couple of big people in that thing that I would love to kind of break through with that, but that's really more of a slow burn because you've got to get, you eventually have to get the attorneys to start recommending you,
Okay. Well,
which is a different thing. But for a local stuff, there's a couple of big names I
well,
would love
hold on.
to
It
hit
doesn't
with.
have to be
Yeah.
local, since everyone knows that they're the dominant ones in their farm, and I think that's great, or they're not farming, whatever it might be. Give me somebody that's huge that you respect.
There's an agent here named Teresa Fuller. She's with Compass now. I respect what she does around here a lot. And they, but I know that 80% of her business is, even though she's in both Pasadena and Altadena, 80% of the homes where she was and pushes heavily and lives just went in the fire there. So I don't know what her business is doing right now. But
Okay.
I respect what she's done there, though I don't want to have to build a big team like she did.
Okay, well, let's do a couple things here. Just using Teresa Fuller as an example, whether she's the perfect example or not. Kenny, you're on deck next. Think about somebody that you're competing with, but first we're going to show Victor stuff. All of you could be on deck with all this. This is merely a demonstration. I go into much more depth on my one-on-one coaching sessions with people, but I want you to start to make note of this and how you could start to use AI to help you. So we've got Teresa Fuller. And I'm opening this up to, this should look familiar to all of you, ChatGPT, yay. And one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to say, please take a look at this website and tell me everything you can about Teresa. So I put in the website. Some of you may not know this, but now they're actually searching the web. Here's Teresa Fuller. Is that her? I want to make sure that I
Yeah,
got
that's her. Yeah,
the right thing. Okay.
nice lady too.
Nice lady. Good. We like nice. We like nice. We like as much as we can. Now, I've got ChatGPT set where it's actually doing a search on the web. Your job, and again, in the interest of time, I'm not going to go through all of this, but you're going to cram as much stuff about that competitor into the AI, whether it be ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Claude, less so Claude because it's not doing a web search, but right now it's focused on ChatGPT. And I'm going to say, please look up as many other resources for information about this agent. So we're going to actually go there. We're now directing it to go search. Here's some more professional stuff. Here's where she's been. And again, this is just what the web has come up with. It's not a lot yet. Again, this was not a quick fix. This is something to get you to get a much more comprehensive look at the competition. Let's take a look at this. Based on this, Teresa is competing with, I won't say competing, fine. Teresa is working in the same territory as Victor. I don't even say Victor who. What information have you noticed, if any? What information have you noticed, if any, that Victor can learn from about her? So again, very basic question. We're doing very surface look here, guys. But what boils down to is you could do this. Okay, community engagement, client testimonials, market negotiations. So it's going on with some very basic stuff here. We want to put more of this in here. So one of the next things that we could do is go back to, let's say, Google. And we could say, again, Teresa Fuller. Oops. Now we've got, okay, we've got her Instagram. Is it public? Great. So now we can take the Instagram and we could go back to this. Nope, not that. Where are we? Here we go. We need to get a deeper profile on her. Please iterate through her Instagram account to see what other information you can get. Okay, so we're going to put that in there.
You can also see how this is going to be the stalker's best friend in the world, too.
Yeah, you know what? That is a reality, and we will do a mastermind on how to deal with just that because believe me, it's going to be an enormous problem, as it is already. But you know, you're able to do this. So, okay, here we could also get her LinkedIn information. So, do the same with LinkedIn. And it's going to pull all this stuff out here, and it's hopefully going to pick up some stuff. There's her education. Okay. Is there now with those three things, and again, your job is to go nuts on this with your biggest competitors. Your job is to just keep feeding the beast here. Is there anything that she is doing based on what you are seeing that most other realtors don't do? What do you suppose is making her so successful? Please think hard. Now, there's a reason I say this. I'll tell you why about this. Take your time and answer. Now, a lot of you are saying, wait a minute, Ed, you're talking to this like it's a person. Um, yeah, I am. I think that when you do take the time, the AI does take direction beyond what you might be thinking. Okay, so she's got an entrepreneurial background, active community engagement. They keep going back to that. Personal investment experience. So they talk about her personal investment, strategic marketing and negotiation, strong online presence. Okay. So right now we've seen just a lot of basic stuff, and it's not been so earth-shattering. I didn't suspect that it would be with this. What your job, Victor, if you so choose to accept it, is to continually build a profile on those people whenever they get an article written about them, whenever they get some type of information about them, to be able to feed it in any type of review or commentary. And then you're going to be able to cross-reference it and say, okay, now take a look. And I'm not going to do this to you, Victor. I'm not going to put your profile up there because it's nobody's business if it says
I
where
was
you're
gonna about to ask that. It's like, I mean, so basically you should do this to yourself too and say to compare it.
100%. Do it
Yeah.
to yourself and then say to yourself, based on, so now you know everything about Teresa. Here's me. What can I do better? And again, I don't want to do
Mhm.
that with you because again, there might be certain information that you want don't
Nah,
want.
oh yeah, I don't care.
Well, yeah, okay, well, okay, let's just stick with that for a second. That, in a nutshell, is where it starts. You need to dedicate a certain amount of time to be able to try and extract that information out of media, social media, everything that's actually public. Again, success leaves clues. And if you're able to look at this and it's going to say, well, sometimes it'll go bam, right into your face that you forgot to that you don't do any of these things that here's the reason why you're not actually succeeding. Now again, some of it might be master of the obvious and some of it might not be so obvious. So that's what I want you to think about. What else should we is there anything else I should be asking about this, Teresa?
um, how is she expanding into surrounding areas?
Okay, good question. Let's take a look. I don't know if it got enough
Because I
information.
know she is.
Okay. Um,
Because I know she's moved
what
her office
is
to
her
downtown LA. So.
territory? How do you see her expanding into other areas? Now, we might not have enough information in here yet. That's what I really want you to take away from it. In the short meeting here, operates out of Pasadena, encompassing neighborhoods such as Altadena, South Pasadena, Monrovia, Glendale. What's with all these Spanish, man? I can't speak. Uh, in terms of recently merged her team with Tracy King Real Estate Team. Do you know Tracy King?
I know of her. I don't know her.
Okay, so she's doing it by acquisition, it seems. This
That
collaboration aims to combine her extensive experience and passion for real estate. Okay. What more can you tell me? You could really squeeze the juice out of this by sometimes asking the most basic questions. Record-breaking sales, artist Treehouse listed for 101.7 million. Doesn't sound, oh, sold for over asking price, team leadership, community involvement. It keeps going back to that, keeps going back to client testimonials, adaptation and resilience. Once again, we need more data to make this worthwhile. But I think you could see how this would
yeah,
work. That's what
no,
I'm
it's
really
great.
hoping for all of you to get from this meeting. That what I
It's a
want you
lot
to
faster.
it's so much faster. And you
Yeah,
could then, if you now cross-reference it with what you're already doing, you might not like the answer, but it's gonna be the truth. And I think that that's really where it's at. Kenny, can I pick on you for a minute?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you? Tell the
Well,
crowd
I'm
here.
I'm on the west side, but I've got a home up the mountains, and we haven't been marketing here because we're busy on the west side, but the properties up here are only between like 300 to 600,000, but now they're going up higher, and it's
Okay.
basically the whole town's a homeowners association, about 2,800 homes or in lots. So it's called Pine Mountain Club. Is
Okay.
the top agents that are doing things here is a girl named Karen Barrios, Barrios.
Okay.
and then the other players, there's a new guy that came from West Hollywood. Wears a cowboy hat, a gay guy coming into the cowboy turf. I don't know what he's trying to do, but Tanner Brown. And then there's a one Compass group called their husband and wife team, last name Blankenship, Blankenship.
Is it Connie? Connie Blankenship?
No, it's Alan and Lauren Blankenship. Yeah, those are the three probably competitive. A guy, Drew Rankle, too. I mean, we came up here during COVID, and I never really did any marketing here. We do some business, but I think it's a hot little market for the pricing. People are, so we've been busy on the west side, but we're not really doing that much
So
there
sticking with the
either.
topic here,
Yeah,
I want to guide you down a very narrow path here.
right.
Sticking with the topic, and Victor, it goes back to you with this and all of you. If you could somehow get your hands on one of their listing presentations,
Yes. Yeah.
fucking huge, guys.
No, totally.
Huge,
Well,
huge. Why is it so huge? Because you could take that and you could put that into ChatGPT along with your listing presentation, which if you don't have one, we need to work on that together, guys. We need to work on that if you don't have one right now. You could put that in and say, now run a case by case comparison about which one you think is better and why.
right.
For those of you who've come here, there's something I want you to write down. AI is non-deterministic. Write that down. AI is non-deterministic, which means that if Aton in Portugal asks the exact same question that I ask here in South Florida, the answers are going to be slightly different. Now, 2 plus 2 is still 4, but the answers you're going to say, well, wait a minute, I didn't get the same written. It's not. It's non-deterministic. It's not going to come up the same way. So you could take the outcome of what's been said. You put these different listing presentations into the AI, and then you compare it to what your listing presentation is. And what you're going to find is where the flaws are with you in accordance with multiple AIs. You could do that with ChatGPT, with DeepSeek, which everyone suddenly heard about, and with Claude or Gemini or any one of these things, and then decide for yourself what that is. Eitan's going to mention, when we talked about blending the AIs, Eitan, what was the word for it? It's a new word that I think you said that when you merge two outputs from the same AI. And Greg, I'm going to get you in a second. Do you remember?
A convolution.
The convolution. So we're going to take a convolution of AI. I hope that's the right word.
Well, I mean, a convolution is what AI is based on. So basically, deep learning machines have layers, and every layer performs a convolution, and the result of the convolution is passed to the next layer, and that's how it becomes intelligent. And the deeper the layers are, the more intelligent the machine is.
Sure. So, for example, the convolution that I do after this meeting, I take the transcript of this exact meeting that's being recorded right now. I put it into both ChatGPT and Claude. I give it a prompt asking it to summarize the meeting. Then I take the output of one of them and I put it into the second one. I say, now take the best points of both and create one summary of what went on in this meeting. Now you're making it think even harder. Do you understand what I'm saying? That the convolution of two different AIs. Greg, you had your hand up. Go ahead.
Have you ever
Tell everyone
asked...
where you are, Greg? I'm sorry. Can you just tell everyone who you are and where you are?
Yeah, I'm Greg Coggins, and I am in Charleston, South Carolina. And if you've never been, please come.
And is lunch on you? Pizza?
Yeah.
If you come, I absolutely will take you to the best lunch you've ever had.
Do that? Daniel, it's worth coming from the Philippines. He's going to buy. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
So my question is, have you ever asked an AI, and of course, as soon as I get out of the vehicle, I'm going to ask my AI sources, the question is, what can I do after you've evaluated all this information to improve my competitive advantage over X realtor?
I'm really glad you said that. For those of you who are, because it's amazing how all of you bring me to my next point. It's really great stuff. For all of you who are subscribed to ChatGPT, and I wish you would. It's $20 a month. I spend your money very, very carefully, guys. It's worth it. And I'm going to show you why right now. So now what Greg asked is, can he ask how we can improve? I'm going to do that right now and pretend that Teresa is right here in my backyard. She's not. I'm on the other side of the country, but it doesn't really matter. I could ask this right now, based upon what you already know about me and my real estate business. What can I do differently that, that Teresa does to improve my chances of getting more listings? Now, I could have said buyers, I could have said business, but I'm deliberately saying listings. And let's take a look at what this guy's got to say. And we may or may not like it, by the way. To enhance your real estate business and increase your listings, consider adopting these strategies. Comprehensive home preparation. Teresa meticulously prepares home for market. Okay, I don't know whether it's looking at that or not. We do too, but okay. Strategic pricing. She employs pricing strategy that generates interest in competition among buyers, often listing properties slightly below market value. I've been saying that for a long time. I wish my clients would listen to that, but I always try and list it at or below the property. Detailed storytelling. This is interesting. Teresa crafts compelling narratives about each property, highlighting unique architectural features, history, and design elements. Okay, that's something that we could probably do more of. Daniel, maybe we'll think about that. High quality marketing materials, invest in professional photography, virtual tours. Okay, client-centric approach. Again, let me just go on. What am I not doing that I should do more of or do at all? Now, again, we're going to talk about why it knows this. Okay, it knows my business plan, prioritize lead generation, enhance communication skills, focus on high impact activities. Again, a lot of this is plain vanilla stuff. Okay, let me just go back and without searching the web. Now, right now, the search button was clicked on that. I want to go right into the knowledge base. Use your knowledge base and tell me what I should do to close to get more listings. Give me 3 impactful ideas. If you take anything from this meeting, you'll notice I'm not just taking it at face value. We're hitting them hard. Okay, hyperlocal branding and community involvement. That is something that I'm active in, but it's going host exclusive neighborhood events, market updates, home valuation workshops, VIP pro. Okay, align with local businesses. We could definitely do some more of that. Get hyperlocal with content. Again, I've been talking about content for a while. I'll show some of this to all of you of what I'm doing. Become an unavoidable presence. Okay, let's talk about that. Why? Listings come from sellers who already know you, trust you, and see you everywhere. How to do it. Implement multiple touch marketing plan, direct mail, digital ads, door knocking, and strategic local sponsorship. Send handwritten notes. Again, I don't know why it's missing some of this because I do all of this stuff. Highly targeted Facebook and Instagram ads. Interestingly enough, guys, it's wrong about the internet ads. Let me tell you why, the Facebook ads. Facebook got sued a few years ago for fair housing law. And what you used to be able to do was you used to be able to say, I'm going to draw a geofence around St. Andrews Country Club. My seller has a net worth of greater than $10 million, and they are whatever age you want. I mean, I put all that in there, and it used to give you that. And man, it was poetry. It was great. Okay, what happened? They got sued. It's not fair. We need to lay, somehow, I don't know how it's not fair, but it wasn't fair. So when you advertise as a real estate agent on Facebook, your option is this: from 18 to 65 and a 30-mile radius of zip code 33496, which happens to be my zip code. Sucks. Sucks. There's 4 million people in that territory. Most of them don't have the homes that I want to sell. It's no longer a viable option to be able to advertise, at least that way, on Facebook. One thing that you can do is create a lookalike audience. And Daniel, remind me, we are going to do something about Facebook advertising. And Eitan, we need to talk about this as well, and how to create a lookalike audience on Facebook to be able to do the ads. People love that, but that is one of the things. So I don't necessarily agree with that. Let's go back to the screen here. Leverage pre-listing influence. Why? Many homeowners start thinking about selling their homes before they act. Okay, this is true. How to do it? Run what's my home worth? Okay, that's pretty obvious. Offer free, no pressure home improvement consult. Okay, maybe let's see. Build a VIP seller list. Guys, build a summer internship program. I'm pushing this really hard right now. You heard me talk about it on Wednesday. If you help my kid, it's better than helping me. It's just the way life is. If you help my kids with a job or something like that, I owe you big time, and I will not forget it. And most people respond that way. For those that hate their kids, there's something wrong with them. I don't talk to those people. But for those that do, there's something. So you could very easily create an internship program, and you can ask ChatGPT to help you with this, where you just put a note out to the homeowners. Hey, I've started a summer internship program. I don't know if you have kids or grandkids in college, but please let me know. I'm talking to people. And conversely, if you have a business that needs an intern, I'd like to provide it to you. Man, you are the cog in the wheel. You are the cog in the wheel, and you're sitting very center from all of this. I am constantly trying to help people with their kids get summer internships, and I've closed 2 very nice deals that way, by the way. So something to think about, and something that we could actually go on with. I'm talking too much. Questions so far? Maybe? Doug? Doug Day?
No, no.
No? Okay.
No.
It was just a cough. Okay, no worries. So we got that here. Let's take a look at what else. The bottom line: you already have the skills, network, and drive. It's all about consistently presenting yourself. Blah 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 blah. Not as much information as we would have wanted from that. The point of the story is this: you've got to consistently feed into the AI, and it will come up with those golden nuggets of information that you really need. Let me just do this. If you could all take a minute right now and write down 3 words that define your luxury community. Write down 3 words or a short sentence about what really defines the area that you are in. And we're going to see if we could find a way to leverage something on that. Sometimes it jumps out at you like this is hard. We're wrestling with this, guys. We're not just taking it at face value. So take a time like that. Show a hand if anybody has a sentence that they want to give. By the way, there's bragging rights for those who say it first. So anybody want to brag? Okay, Victor?
I'll give. Well, there's 2 different areas that I'm kind of bordering, which is
Okay.
I'd rather go with the more expensive one. So let's go with I'm thinking historic, architectural, and tradition, because there's a lot of classic architecture in the areas, old stuff around Pasadena, and those are your $6, $7 million, $10 million houses. I'd like to break those.
Okay. So give me the 3 words again. Historical.
Historical or historic, architectural, because it's a lot of classic architecture, and tradition, because it's an old money area, not a new money area.
Okay, so stick with me for a second, and I'm going to get to Hedeka in a minute as well, because she answered on Zoom here on the chat. Okay, Victor defines his area. His area of pass. Spell it for me. Come on, I never promised I could spell.
Pasadena.
Pasadena.
ENA. Yeah.
PAS. One S?
ENA.
You had it.
Yeah, 1 S. That's
Still
it.
spelling it wrong. It's not
California.
capital. Okay.
California.
Defines his
CA.
area as Pasadena, CA, as give me the 3 words.
Historic,
Yes.
architectural, and tradition, or traditional, if you want to use it if you want to do it that way. Yeah, probably good that you put California, because if it pulled Pasadena, Texas, it'd
That
be
would be
telling you how to
bad.
buy around Gillies and go have a good time at the bar.
We use these 3 words to create um, several social media posts, which include a Facebook post with emojis, a bold calling script, and a faceless YouTube video script with description. So let's just take a look at that. Okay, so here, historical art. Pasadena is more than a city. It's a living masterpiece from charming, blah, 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 blah. Now, the one thing I didn't put in, Victor, is you. We need to actually
Right.
get you into this whole thing. Here's the cold calling script. Prospect, hello. Hi.
I'm
Hey,
never going to
Tom.
cold call, so
Hi.
that's okay.
This is Victor Curry with Douglas Elliman. I hope you're having a great day. I'm reaching out because I specialize in homes in Pasadena and celebrate blah, 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 blah. This is too canned. We need to actually fix that. Again, if you thought I was going to give it where it's just you put it in and forget about it, just like you do with Google, that's not the case. You need to work um, your uh, your your social media. And I think that's important. Now, here, this is the thing that I think all of you should find. And again, Daniel, write this down. We're going to be doing this. The faceless YouTube video script. So one of the things that you could do, and I suppose a lot of you will find this kind of exciting, you could put this into a particular AI, the description, and it will then go nuts creating its own um, uh, social media post about whatever you're putting in here. Let me just see if I can pull one up here. If I could do it quickly. Captions. Nope. Here, guys, give me a second. Okay. I'll have to pull it up in a minute. Let me see if I can I've got it on my iPhone, but I don't have it on here. The point is that with the Captions app, okay, let me see. By the way, we're doing this in real time here deliberately, so I could see, you could just see the time that it actually takes. Access to our latest version. Great. I'm showing you the wizard behind the curtain here. Okay, so AI creators, we could do prompts to video, and I'm going to go back to, where was this guy? Nope. Pasadena. Okay, so faceless video. I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to just dump it into this Captions app and see what it comes up with for us, if it comes up with stuff. Again, non-deterministic. Remember that. AI is non-deterministic. You guys, if there's questions, you could. Okay. I'm not going to go too nuts with this, but we also have, this is AI Ed. For those of you who are following me on social media, please follow me. None of these people.
AI Ed, by the way, looks like he's looking down all the time. You need to get AI Ed to look into the eyes.
Okay. That's good.
I can tell the difference
the
immediately when I get AI Ed and it's not you, because you have a very solid, direct presence on camera, and AI Ed looks down as if he's looking at a computer. Probably they do that on purpose, so they think that someone's interacting.
Okay.
But you're losing eye contact.
It looks like you're reading. It's like
Yeah.
Okay. I guys, this is great stuff. Again,
because I watch you.
Thank you. I want all of you to. I'm really looking for that. Well, so what should I do? AI Ed or this nice lady?
You
Somebody tell
should
me.
do my version of AI
I
Ed,
don't
not
have it here, Eitan. If you get it up here with us, we'll do that at some point, but we're not doing it right now.
You could do nice,
Gotta
not you
work,
can
you
do
gotta
nice
talk
lady.
about this before the meeting.
Yeah.
No,
So
actually do AI ed because the
yeah.
interesting thing with this is um being able to have yourself. As an example, because I do on-camera stuff already for this kind of stuff you're talking about, I would want it to be me, not a generic avatar.
Okay. So you can see right now we're at 10%. It's creating the project. We're going to come back to that in just a second, but let's take some other thoughts and questions. I don't want to just sit around and watch that. Hold on, a couple people put some stuff. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna when that comes up, I will share it with you, and you could see that this was something that was actually created. Notice what happened. The AI wrote the script based on a discussion that we had here. The AI is going to make the video, which Victor thinks I'm looking down too much, and it's great feedback because if Victor, a guy that I like, a friend, someone I trust, someone who's not buying or selling real estate from me, but somebody who cares as I care about him, that I do as well as I can do. Okay, too many of you will take offense to that. I don't. I think that's the best comment anyone's ever made to me. If I can't rely on people like you and Victor to tell me how to get this into better gear. By the way, for those of you who are not in real estate, you could probably see that this has implications well beyond um, just real estate. Okay, we're at 58% here. So we'll see where this whole thing goes. The Captions app is $24.95, so it's $25 a month. I think they give you like 3 or 4 days free. You could get it off the App Store, um, and it's really easy to use. And again, I don't have stock in that company or anything like that. I just like it. So if you have the means of doing that. Questions so far? Is there anything else? Anyone else have their notes that they've taken down that they want to share with us? Anyone? Okay, let's talk about budgets for a second. Who's spending money on their marketing? Nobody.
Not enough.
Oh, Lavette, thank God Lavette's here. Hey, Lavette.
Hola.
Hola. So what are we spending?
Well, I spend, of course, like most agents, spend money on professional marketing, photographs,
Okay.
um, mailers,
Okay.
and also do other things like, for instance, I'm getting one of my driveways or my listing pressure wash, so the exterior looks much better in the photos, and spending some money, go Home Depot and buy some of those big flower thingies to sit in front of the garage on each side. So yeah, I'm doing I'm doing all kinds of things, and I'm glad that I tuned in for this because I think I might have a $2 million listing coming up.
Hey.
I've kind of been applying pressure on this guy, and I think he's kind of caving in a little bit. So we'll see.
Okay. Look, let's please keep. I will be the first to do a cartwheel for you.
Okay,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, this came up. Let's take a look. Now, this is never seen before. I'm going to show you what we got here, warts and all. Discover Pasadena's historic homes, where every house tells a unique story. From charming craftsman bungalows to majestic Spanish revival estates, the city is a treasure trove of architectural wonders. Imagine waking up in a home with stained glass windows or hosting dinner parties in a grand dining room. These aren't just houses, they're living pieces of history, waiting for new chapters to be written. Whether you're drawn to Art Deco or mid-century modern, Pasadena has something to captivate every design enthusiast. It's not just about owning a home, it's about becoming part of a legacy. Ready to find your own slice of Pasadena's timeless beauty? Okay, so it stopped it right there. Not so great. I would do more. Again, you might be a little surprised. You could also change the font here. I just made it a different font, and you could have different choices of fonts that you might want into this whole thing. You could also put in certain media, certain images. There's all sorts of stuff. Again, this was going to just be an overview of what you could do. Try the app out. It's fantastic. Follow me on Instagram now. Take out your iPhone and take a look at it. Feel free to throw a cow at me. I'm not, do what Victor just did. Ed, it's great, but you suck. You're looking down. Fix it. He didn't say you suck. But if I would rather hear it from you than miss out on the business. Don't you agree? Maybe a little bit. Nod wildly. Yes, Ed, I
Yes.
agree.
Yes.
Tough crowd. Okay, so yeah, Daniel, thank you for putting the Instagram onto there. Please, please, please follow me, make your comments. I'll follow you back. If you want to have a little back and forth about what's going on with it, I'd love to be able to hear that. Okay, so let's see, we've got only a few minutes left here. Who else is kind of dealing with an interesting challenge in the luxury market space and has some questions about what they could do with AI to help improve it? Always a tough one. Doug, Kim, Kimberly, Hassan, Katika, Jean-Luc, Mandy, Eitan. Eitan's hiding. Eitan's got his thumbs up. Okay. Tough crowd today. Doug, did you unmute?
What was the question, Ed?
The question was, are there any AI tools? Are you dealing with any luxury real estate issues right now that you'd like to try and tackle with AI that you haven't considered before?
I'd
Okay.
like to see a demo of the DeepSeek.
Yeah. DeepSeek is operating effectively the same way as other LLMs. DeepSeek, has anyone read the news about DeepSeek lately? There's a lot of controversy behind it. DeepSeek has something right here. They've got the search the web, like you can see that right here. You also have something called DeepThink, R1. DeepThink will go into great detail. So if I do something like, please uh, give me a detailed history of somebody finish the sentence quickly. Eitan, finish the sentence. Detailed history of what? First thing comes to mind.
Lisbon,
Of Lisbon. Great. Actually,
real estate market.
as Lisbon of Lisbon's
Of Remax in Portugal.
Remax in. Yeah, it might be a little too because I'm not searching the web for this. I don't want to do that. I want to do Lisbon.
Lisbon's very nice. Eitan's living well.
Yeah, give me a detailed history of Lisbon, of real estate in Lisbon. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay, let's
I
just
like
take
the
it.
compromise.
Now we're doing deep think here. First thing I want you to notice is that it shows you what it's thinking about. Okay, so I need to write a detailed history of real estate in Lisbon. Where do I start? Let me think. I know Lisbon is the capital of Portugal, and it's a pretty old city. Maybe I should start way back, like ancient times. Wasn't Lisbon part of the Roman Empire or something? Then there were the Moors, right? They occupied parts of Iberia Peninsula. So yeah, so they're going through all this thought process, and you could actually see the thought process. And based on that, it's going to give us an output in a moment. This is what everyone's talking about. Detailed history of ancient and medieval foundations, pre-12th century. Lisbon's real estate roots trace back to the Phoenician, Roman, and Moorish periods. So it's going back with all the stuff that you can do here. It's pretty cool.
So this is very similar to what O3 is now doing.
And I'll take a look at you for a second.
And it seems that DeepSeek released the O3 version before ChatGPT did, which is pretty funny.
It is, if you want, I'm about to demonstrate why DeepSeek is a problem. DeepSeek is a problem because this is absolutely controlled by the Chinese government.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, they're stopping questions from being answered. And I'm going to show you a question that I'm going to ask it, and it's going to like freeze. Or it will say, sorry, I don't know that. Or it will do stuff totally uncharacteristic of all AIs. I know damn well that that is what's going on. If the US government comes in and shuts that down, we've got to actually look at it and say, maybe there's a reason behind it, guys. The next war is going to be fought in cyberspace. And so I'm just being very, very clear to all of you. And Heather, DeepSeek, you can see it at deepseek.com. It is an LLM and a competitor of ChatGPT. So here's all the stuff that it's actually come up with.
It seems better written than ChatGPT stuff,
It really
which
is
is interesting.
in many respects. One thing I'm going to do here, Aton Benzeno, Portugal realtor. And let's see what comes up. Aton, I hope you have a good profile up. I don't know if you do or you don't. We got you in Miami. That's nice. And Portugal. Okay, so we got all the stuff. What I'm going to do is just take a data dump. I'm going to put that into DeepSeek. We'll go back to DeepSeek here. Using information about my good friend, Aton, please write a blog post about what you just researched
And boom, the white
history
information
of
come out.
real estate.
That's that.
Aton, your mic is hot. Please turn it off. And make it written by Aton. Okay, so I just put your stuff in there, and now let's take a look at what comes up. So now the user wants a blog post about the history, and it's by the friend Aton Benzeno. Aton's a real estate agent, but also expands to Portugal, blah, 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 blah. So now it's coming up with all this stuff. It's giving, again, a real thought. This isn't like that quick answer. It's taking some, deep think, as it's called. And let's see what it actually comes up with. Notice that, okay, from Lisbon to the Algarve, a journey through Portugal's real estate legacy. As a Miami-based real estate professional with a passion for connecting clients to extraordinary properties, I've always been drawn to markets that blend rich history and modern opportunity. That's why in recent years, I've expanded my expertise to Portugal. Now, Aton, you may or may not agree with that, but it's giving the actual history of what's gone on in real estate in Portugal. It goes on with the earthquake that redefined the city in 1755. I'm actually going to research that afterward. That sounds pretty interesting. The golden eras of modern challenges, why Portugal, what's going on here. And it's going on with a whole blog post about this that you could now find other ways. I'm not saying it was written perfectly right now. You probably have to iterate through this and make it a little bit better. But boy, wouldn't it be great if you gave a listing presentation with something like that? Don't you think you're going to be the smartest guy in the room?
Could you share that with me?
No, jerk. Of course, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to do that. Aton's my partner and a very good friend. So, we do all that. Okay, so deepseek.com. Oh, last demonstration I'm going to give you. Let's see if we could get DeepSeek to shut me up. I swear to God, they're going to shut me off at some point or send an assassin after me because I keep doing this. Can you name a government that censors its people?
I was going to see if you're going to ask it about the history of China during the Mao Revolution.
China's going to maintain extensive. Okay, so this is interesting. So great. So it's going
It
on.
named China first. That's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. But maybe they're learning a little bit. These are
Ahead of Iran, man. Wow.
Yeah, and yeah, it was there. So is China? Oh, sorry, that's beyond my current scope. Look, it disappeared, guys. Do you see that?
Oh,
You see that? It took it away. It took it away. Okay. So, guys, you heard it from me here. Now, again, there's a sniper on the building next to me, and I'm about to be assassinated. But the point that I'm making with all of this is censorship is real. I love YouTube. I mean, I love TikTok, and I love DeepSeek. But understand very, very clearly, these people are not for your well-being. This is not something that's the transparency that you're used to. Globalization has hit them faster than they've ever imagined, and they don't know what to do about it. So it gives you the answer, and then suddenly an alarm goes off somewhere, like, whoa, stop this shit right now. Just be aware of that. you know, when you get the calls from the government to shut things down like this, there sometimes is a very real reason behind it. And I'm one that questions everything. I come from a generation that loves to question people and question things. But I'm glad that that actually popped up, that you saw that in real time, and it is something to concern. Okay, enough with the excitement. I hope this was helpful today. I want to go to wants, needs, and brags. Now's the time in the meeting to talk about what you want, what you need, and what you'd like to brag about. I'm bragging that I'm going to be having lunch with Victor Curry on Friday, a week from today in Los Angeles. Hopefully Santa Monica. I don't know if you could schlep all the way over there. Maybe
Yeah.
that's.
In fact, I'm moving over to the Beverly Hills office, so
I'm checking into
so be closer to you.
The Ambrose Hotel there. Lovely little boutique hotel. I highly suggest it for people. Kenny, you too, if you can make
Yeah, I
it.
can meet up with you guys. Yeah.
Good. Okay, lunch is on me. You see?
Cool.
How much
Even
was
better.
this worth now? I'm buying lunch here. Okay. You know, I hope you like fast food and short stories.
That's Valentine's Day too, guys.
It is Valentine's Day. My wife is going to be with our other child at college, so it's not like there's so much trouble in paradise. Livette, please go ahead.
So I just wanted to let everybody know I'm kind of killing it in listings right now. I feel like Jordan in the fourth quarter in 95. Like I can't miss right now. Like everything is going in. I put a listing up this week. I put 2 up last week. I put 3 up the week before that. I've got 2 going up next week. I have a listing appointment tomorrow. I'm winning.
You're winning.
That was just a humble brag.
It's a humble brag. I'm so psyched for you. When anybody says I can't miss right now, did you see the movie Caddyshack? Where the priest
back in the day,
is with the caddy walking down and it's pouring outside and he's like, you know, he makes consistent holes in one and he said, and the good Lord will never stop me from succeeding right now, and there's lightning everywhere, and in the last hole he misses and he screams and holds the golf club up and he gets struck down by lightning. Anyway, so just be careful about that. That's
okay.
Good. But you really have been blossoming since you started with us here, and I'm very proud to say that. I'm always pleased to hear you, and I look forward to cheering more for you as you continue to succeed. So thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the last year didn't end so great. I mean, I ended with maybe about 8, sales, but the comeback is greater than the setback. So yes, thank you.
Delays are not denials. Remember that. Who's next? Anybody could speak right now. Guests, please. Doug, Jordan, Stephen, Heather. Heather, I hardly see you anymore. Jean-Luc, Mandy. Anybody have anything to say? You got all these great people who could send you leads. Okay. Being shy gets you nowhere. Just remember that. So listen, guys, it's great to see all of you. We will get the topics up very shortly for next week. There's only going to be one meeting next week. It's going to be on Wednesday morning. The following week, we will have a Wednesday and a Friday meeting. If you have not met with me yet, please do. We've got some powerful tools that we're rolling out to our coaching clients, which is working. People that do business with us make money. We want you to do the same. Again, thank you, Daniel. He's always radar thinking about well in advance what we need. Email Daniel at Bogen Homes if you want to get together with me. I would love to meet up. And last but not least, he also put up the Rain Nation map. I would click on that and take a look at it. It's a Google map. If you haven't gotten your photograph and bio to Daniel at Bogen Homes, please do. That way you are on the map and people could see where you are. It's kind of fun looking at Aton in Portugal, and we've got someone else in Reykjavik, Iceland, and other people in the South America. Actually, Reykjavik's not there right now. We need to fix that. But we have people all over the place. If you know of anybody, we would love to get at some point all 50 states. It's kind of hard to do Hawaii considering the time zone, but we would love to have them anyway. So please do that. And is Terry here? Terry's not here. Okay. Look, it was great to see all of you. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing all of you hopefully next Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for another exciting episode of Rain Nation. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Take care.
All right.